Marcus Brown here with Chess Frog Omniversity. I want to thank Out of the Mud Incorporated for producing us today. The call-in number is 248-820-5053. Please feel free to chime in. Today we got a hot topic or a hot couple of topics dealing with national and local events in our community. As usual, we have our great and spectacular producer, Mr. George Grundy, in the house. You want to say, hey, what's up?
Thank you.
And we have a guest this week, Mr.
Rockstar Billy.
Rockstar Billy. That's an exciting name.
Yes, sir.
How'd you get that name, Mr. Rockstar Billy?
Well, originally my name was Ice Billy. And then
That's back in the days of Vanilla Ice?
now this is probably about 2 years ago. And then we went on a trip to Vegas. I got invited on a trip with a whole bunch of artists. You know, there's really
So there's a warrant under the name Ice Billy.
Oh yeah. Yes, that's a long story by itself though. That was before the rap though, but yeah, so long story short, like the way that my vibes give off and the way that the energy I give to people started telling me that I should call myself Rockstar instead of Ice. So I just took that and made my own rendition of the spelling, so yeah, that's where that came from.
So you're in the music biz.
Yes, sir.
Tell me a little bit about your history in the music biz.
Well, I got a real short history, but it's kind of long though, because I never stopped working though. So I probably say I made my first track like October, November, at the end of 2020, the year 2020.
Okay.
And I really ain't let nobody hear because it really was just for only me because I didn't think I could rap for real. So finally, I was doing some other things in like the streets and stuff. You feel me? You really ain't got to get into, but a fellow artist, my brother Cameron Tyler, he hit me up like just to talk business, you know what I mean? But I was using that like as a chance to show him my music because he been doing music since I was in high school,
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, yeah, bro, come over, just so I can really trick him into showing him this song. So I believe once Cameron told me like, yeah, this hard, bro. Like you should keep going. Like that just gave me the light in my head that I could do it. Then shortly after that, I did the UFO cipher. I don't know if you heard that yet, but that got like 9 different artists on it.
Okay.
And some of them include like Jeff Sky. We got Figure the Kid on there. We got Ace Gabbana, Corey Allen, Sean G.S. McQueen. All of those like prominent figures like for this music scene.
I'm gonna ask you to flow in a minute.
I'm
gonna ask you to flow in a minute.
I'm gonna try.
I'm gonna give you some time to get ready for it. Are you originally from Flint?
I'm originally from Flint, yes, sir.
You originally from Flint? What schools you go to?
I went to Anderson Elementary my whole life.
Your whole life?
Right,
you still there?
Right. I went there all the way up to 6th grade. You know what I mean? Some people
I couldn't get out to 5th grade. She wouldn't let me go.
Stuck in purgatory and stuff. But some people will be changing multiple schools. I really only went to 2 schools ever. Yeah, it was elementary and high school, but it was Anderson Elementary. I went there from pre-K to 6th grade, and then I went to Carmen after that from 7th to
Carmen Ainsworth.
Grade. Yes, sir. Carmen Ainsworth.
All right. Well, let me ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
What is the best thing about Flint? You growing up here in Flint, what is the best thing?
It's crazy. Like this is probably an answer you probably will never hear though, but it's the struggle. Like that's the most beautiful thing about it. Not necessarily that we're all struggling because that's no one wants to be in that position, but it's the fact that like those like rare people who do make it out of Flint, they all know about basically the hard times. You know what I mean? Mostly everybody that made it out of Flint got somebody that passed away or been through those times where you was short on food or witnessed their mom like struggling to pay bills and stuff. Most of us also like didn't have a 2-parent household either though. Like it's like being from Flint, you got a lot of odds against you, but if you can manage that and
so the struggle makes you stronger.
Yeah, like cause like a Flint, a person from Flint can fit in like anywhere. Like not
I
not saying anybody though, but you gotta be one of those rare jewels that could survive in Flint though. You know what I mean? Cause some
hmm
people in Flint not necessarily built for Flint, you know. But like those rare people that can get out and make it out and explore different places, you see that you're like an anomaly everywhere else. You know what I mean? Like a fight might break out or something. You just looking at that like, oh, that's not nothing. You know what I mean? And that's just not necessarily to promote or like praise violence, but it's just
hmm
to say that we
You
got
ready for any situation?
facts.
You ready to deal with violence? You ready to deal with hunger? You ready to deal with poverty, the
Yeah,
police, whatever?
even in a positive way, like you short on rent, like
You
a
you you
Flint
got a
person,
way.
we know we're gonna have to cut up some hot dogs and make some noodles, you know, and we gonna thug it out and make it out the struggle, like everywhere. I definitely believe that.
What do you see for the future of Flint?
Um, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna just be 100 with y'all on this whole interview. At first, like 2 years back, I really ain't see no future for Flint. Like, but I say really these last like 6, 7, 8 months, I can see a different future. It's looking brighter. You know what I mean? Like it's been dope event after dope event with no violence being held. Now, I mean, no, but violence being involved in those events, like so, we've been able to put on a lot of great festivals and shows, and bring a lot of different people out to the city, and really, like, I see more people like not necessarily getting along, but just getting along for the greater good, for the greater cause. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Now, if we can just keep that and have that roll over into like the outside factors and the streets, if you want to say, then we definitely go far because you know we a rare
Well,
jewel.
we have an election coming up. Local elections will be August 6th. And then we have long term elections, that 4 year, that big one,
Yes, sir.
November 6th. What is your feeling about the current environment politically?
So I'm really not that into politics yet because even though I should be, I definitely should have been tapped in about 16, 17,
Mm-hmm.
like being aware of what's going on and being aware of the different rules and taxes they're putting down and different laws they're making and how they could affect me or affect my community. So I definitely got to get more tuned in on that side. So
I'm about to
I'm
hit you
definitely
up.
I'm voting Hill Harper though. Like I don't know why though, but I'm
Okay.
voting him, twin.
I'm about to hit you up.
Yes, sir.
You ready?
Yes, sir.
Let me hear that flow.
Oh, whoa. He right after the political question. Oh, okay.
We are amazed but not amused, but all the things you say and do.
So what's the
So you mind if I
I
get on?
spit some shit, but I'm saying what's the
Go ahead, Grundy, get
limitations?
him started.
So no. I just ask some more questions. So when it comes to how your background influence, how was your background? What did you have a nuclear family? Were your father in the home? How was that?
And by nuclear you mean explosive?
No, a nuclear as in a whole
Okay.
collective
Back in the
family.
days when we went to school, they used to call that Brady Bunch family a nuclear family, where you
Okay.
have mama, daddy, and kids, as opposed to what previously came, where you could have a cluster of uncles, cousins, and everybody living on the farm together.
Facts.
But that what he just said. The Brady Bunch.
So did I have a nuclear family?
Did you have a nuclear family or an extended family?
So I really ain't had too much family. I had a lot of family on my dad's side, but they more the ghetto side. And
Were you raised with your father?
with my father.
What? Yeah, was your father there?
That's what I was just finna get to that. Like, so I didn't really necessarily grew up with my father, but I had my mom trying to like really find love within other men and trying to create us a household. You know what I mean? So the first time she did that, it didn't go as good as well as it should. It ended terribly. I'm not gonna lie. But then after that, she found my stepdad. My stepdad had just passed away recently, and
Condolences to you.
definitely, he went out bad though. But we're gonna get to that later, twin. But she found my stepdad, so necessarily didn't find myself lacking a father figure, but I necessarily didn't want him to be my father figure either. So that kind of just
Did you have cool moments with him?
yeah, I'm not gonna lie, yeah, and
But there was also that resentment that he wasn't.
I can't believe that my younger self like kind of pushed myself away from developing even a better relationship than what I had with him. I feel like that would have
I
changed
think
a lot
that's
of
the nature
things.
of being a man, though, because I was raised with my biological father, but when I became a teenager, I started pushing away.
Yeah,
And I think a lot of men do that because they want to find their own identity and want to have their own thing and don't want to be relegated under mama or daddy.
yeah, and I see that I can definitely be a bear witness to that happened to me. Like definitely, I since my dad wasn't there all the time, I'm like I kind of pushed me away from my mom too, like because I'm just like, damn, my dad ain't here, and like I don't want to just be a mama's boy. Really, that's what it was, you know. I ain't really want to be a mama's boy either though. But I really craved my dad definitely. But I also was in a position where I couldn't attach myself to some random man. You know what I mean? So
So
that
I challenge you to, not to interrupt real
it's
quick,
okay.
but I challenge you to look at the interview I did with Mr. Willie. Mr. Willie's in his late 60s. He's like 69, about to be 70.
Yes, sir.
And he had a stepfather. And now this is a 69-year-old man, grew up in the
Yeah,
70s and 60s like that
he
with
grew up.
young
He
men.
grew up 50s.
So he OG. He said that his relationship with his stepfather was so toxic when they first met that him and his brother jumped him. So and the guy still married his mother. Like they didn't want him around. Like he was wilding. Like, nah, you ain't not my mama. So I'm saying what you're saying is understandable in the sense, and it's not extreme because Mr. Willie, he came on, he was talking about mental health and things of that nature
Yeah.
and stuff like that. And he's very respected in the community. And he's a triple OG for real. But I just want, when you said you wish you would have, when you were younger, had opened up a little bit more about the relationship.
Yeah.
I used to be a school teacher and a principal
Yes, sir.
in Lansing. So I've seen the situation happen a lot of different ways with younger kids and older kids. And there generally is a resentment for the next man. And
Yeah.
I'm not trying to say that as a doubt on the next man,
Yeah.
but that next man has to decide whether he's going to play daddy or whether he's going to just be like, hey, I'm here with your mama.
Right.
Whatever you need from me, we can try and work that out. And especially in our community, I think there's an issue because number one, the man's like, I'm interested in this woman.
Yeah.
I'm not necessarily interested in her children. Now, ideally, in the perfect world, oh, we fell in love and we were the Brady Bunch. I loved her children and she loved my children, and we all got along together in one house. That don't really happen in the real world.
Yes.
Sometimes, you've already struck your independent stride and say, well, my daddy ain't here. I got to
Well,
look out for myself.
well, how did finish your story on how it was for you, right?
Um, how was it resenting him or
Well, just the whole thing.
the
You were
ending of
going in
that?
on a story on
Okay,
how your life was.
so yeah, my mom like even without my father figure like being like the best role model and stuff, my mom still put him in that position to where like, okay, we doing family Thanksgivings and you're going to come to church with us and all that. And he did that well though, definitely. So I'm saying like I should have recognized like he was trying though. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Cause like he ain't necessarily have a job or anything that I like, that I can learn from or something like that. But he also did have hella hustles, you know what I mean? Like, and I should have peeped that as a kid, like, you know what I mean? Like he's trying, you know what I'm saying? And plus he was a felon too. So I know how it is, like now that I grew up and I became a felon and stuff like that. I know how it is to get jobs and stuff like that. So I really
Well,
couldn't fault him that much for that. But really the relationship was just like wasn't the best as it could be just because he wasn't my dad. That's all it really was. Really, I ain't had nothing against them for nothing.
What advice would you probably offer to any other men out there who are about to join up or sign on with a woman that has children? How would you advise them to deal with the children, the mama, etc., the family?
All right, you said something like important just a second ago. You said I'm here for you, the mom, and I'm gonna tolerate the kids. Basically, like if I can summarize what you said, but I feel like then in that case, you really not there for the mom. You know what I mean? Because with the mom comes the
The kids,
children. You know what I
right?
mean? So if like
It's a package deal.
me as a person, like I've been in situations where I might have liked someone, and like just myself, because I wasn't fully healed and stuff from my childhood. I really couldn't sit there and lie basically to someone like, yeah, I could see myself taking care of your kids. You feel what I'm saying? But it's not that I don't like the kids wasn't lovely or nothing. It's just that these aren't my kids. For I need to get a better
So
relationship
can
with
you
my
see
son
yourself being a stepfather?
right now.
Period. Ever in life.
Hell yeah, I can. But back then, I was it's the same thing about like my dad and stuff like that. Like my dad wasn't there. Sorry. Oh yeah, I gotta share that link too. So right now, like I'm growing up and I'm maturing in the mind. So I realize like it's gonna be a point where you might have to, get suited to being a stepfather, and it's not nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? Because a father is just anybody. Your coach might can be your father. So
Well, a lot of us. Well, my father, when he was younger,
yeah,
was probably not the ideal father, but I learned to either accept or take the best of men that were in my life.
yeah,
And sometimes I find a positive role model, but I found myself finding a lot of negative role models.
yeah,
Like I'm not going to be that person right there. I want to say asshole, but
yeah.
I'm trying to keep it clean. So, but sometimes you find negative role models, you find positive role models, and you take the best from the world. So I'm
Yeah.
quite sure you had uncles or teachers or other men in your life, but there's also that situation where this man with my mama, he better not lay hands on her, or he better not go too far with her.
Yeah.
But it's almost sometimes we're looking for a reason not to accept that person also.
Facts. And a real reason that I bash myself is because like my mom, like where a lot of my childhood trauma came from. I almost witnessed my mom get killed in front of me. When I was like 5, no, I was like 4. Like, me and my brothers and my sisters, we all did. So the next guy that comes, like, is
He gonna
it's
catch all
F
hell.
him. Like,
He gonna get vetted real
I
hard.
don't know this nigga. Like, we just went through this, you know what I mean? So it really was like no trying with him. Like, we still accepted him and stuff like that. But in the end, that's always in the back of our mind and stuff. But
Like,
I can give him his
with?
credit though, because he never once put his hands on my mom. So that's where I was like, start thinking about it. Like, dang, like I actually do love this man. You know what I mean? And in the back of my head, I still be dreaming about him. So
Now, I would like us to be able to do a show on this specific topic, like relationships and with different children and things like that. But I want to get back to you, who you are, what you about, and advertise you as
yeah,
being here right now and taking this opportunity to tell people about yourself. And this is part of your story, but let's move on with your story so you can give them more.
we can. So you want me to keep going?
Yeah.
Okay, so where was we at right now?
You were talking about
we were talking about where Flint is going. Where do you want to be at in a few years from now?
Okay. Oh, in a few years from now, I just want to be able to create as many opportunities as I can. Like some people genuinely don't like mean that, but I genuinely mean that. Like it never been about money and stuff like that. Like to be honest, this music is fun to me, but it's because I see bigger. Like definitely, and I really would love to make a change, far as not necessarily stop the violence or nothing like that. Just people being themselves, because if we get to that first, we can stop a lot of things, you know what I mean? You won't even want to be violent if you drawing pictures or painting, you know what I mean? Being something other than
So creativity is giving you a positive way to express yourself.
definitely, creates, even if you rapping about violence, it's still creating an art form, and not just finding different ways to express yourself. Cause like you might be creating violent songs, you like, and you might get love, but then you go like to another show and you meet another artist and he not even violent at all, and he one of the most coolest people ever. That might change your whole perspective. You like, okay, I could try this pop song now. You know what I mean? So I just think art and creativity is key, like to change in the future, definitely, and to accept yourself and learn yourself. And a lot of us don't have self-awareness too because of trauma, you know what I mean? And
Well,
Flint is one of those places.
do you feel that your art allows you to reflect upon yourself, or do you feel that it allows you some therapy?
It's both. It's both. Cause like I might say something embarrassing about myself in a song, like, and other people might look at me like, oh, he's a fool. But the people who really understand, like, and been in those situations, that's one of the best bars they ever heard. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Realism, sometimes people say, will come from pain.
Yeah.
And that a true artist can put their pain on a canvas, they can put it on an audio track, or they can scratch it on the wall somewhere.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that statement?
That's definitely true. And you said plenty of pain on a
a canvas or on a soundtrack, or
and I think it is just like we all got our ways to express ourselves and express our pain, right? I use this as a positive way to express pain. You get what I'm saying? And like, not to be like cliche or anything, but like, you can laugh at my pain. You get what I'm saying? I'd rather you laugh at my pain and help you get through your own shit, you know what I mean, than to not say something exists. You get what I'm saying?
Well,
so let's say, for instance, a big thing is heartbreak. Like, I done got played plenty of times, in life. You feel me? And
not you.
Yeah, me, like Rockstar Billy, like I done got spent. I get spent all the time, twin.
We need to dog some girls out there.
Do I dog them?
Do you dog them?
No, I don't. Really
They've been dogging you.
No, they don't dog me either. Like, definitely, but I have been spent. Like, as in, like one of my earliest memories of like heartbreak. This girl told me, like, she was like a sophomore or something, and I think I'm a senior. And she the baddest girl on the cheer. She's on a varsity cheerleading team too. Like,
you shooting high.
I'm shooting high. I'm trying to go after her. She like, I don't date seniors. 2 weeks later, I see her in the hallway kissing the senior, and I'm like, damn. Like, you just told me, like, am I that bad of a person? You get what I'm saying? So that'll mess up my head. But in reality, like, it was her loss. You get what I'm saying? So
I had a situation. I asked a girl to the homecoming.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say her initials are AL.
Okay.
And I tried to go over her house and meet up with her before the homecoming. Couldn't find her nowhere. She winds up going to the homecoming with Steve with the Maserati.
Yeah.
Steve's uncle had a Maserati.
Man, good.
I had a bus pass. So in my old age, I understand the decision that she had to make.
Yeah. Hey, that's funny.
But back then in high school, I was like, this.
Man, you don't even realize it though. Like, you just heartbroken. But in reality, Steve got a cool uncle. Like,
right.
You know what I mean?
Steve drove in the Maserati and came and picked her up. Right. I had a bus pass.
Man, that's good. Got there a minute too late.
You know what? Sometimes it is what it is. And sometimes age allows us wisdom.
Yeah.
And sometimes something that we thought was so ugly. Oh, I hate my stepdad for this, or I hate this person for this. 20 years later, he's like, okay, I understand. I understand now where they were coming from.
Mm-hmm.
And, sometimes we don't allow ourselves to change. And if there's one thing I would say about our people, we need to learn how to reflect more.
Yes, sir.
And we need to sometimes give up the ghost and say, I might have had some wrong there. I need to capture my piece of what was wrong there. Sometimes we right as rain, but sometimes we might be like, maybe I shouldn't have called her that. Or maybe I shouldn't have been asking for this phone number from her sister.
Right.
Or her cousin. Maybe I shouldn't have been trying to check out her cousin.
So who knows Anthony Vincent?
That's my brother.
He said JB and Hickey on your show? ?
How you doing there, bro? My brother's out west somewhere, living the life. But nothing but love, bro. Thanks for checking in and chiming in.
I'm sorry. I'm just sharing. I'm just not being able to
You
share the
sharing? You
link.
sharing the show?
Yes, definitely.
Well, I'm gonna ask you for a piece of a flow,
So,
and
so
I'm not the greatest beatbox, but be ready for it.
hold on. He said beatbox. Um, that's cool too. But what is it? My question is, what is it that you want to accomplish in the music game? What is your ultimate goal?
Um, my ultimate goal is just my musical goal.
Yes.
I never really thought about that. Really, like my general goal is to build a large enough following to basically carry on the word and try to promote a difference. Even if it's not just Flint, like even if it's just you know what I mean, the listener, the viewer, if I can get you to like love yourself, then
So
we
that's your
good.
message: is self love.
Yes, sir.
What
Awesome.
artists do you look up to?
Um, that's a good question. My favorite artists or who I look up to?
Either or.
Both of them. I say, you want to start from my younger years or right now?
Take it from where you want to take it. You the artist
My
here.
first like few like artists I fell in love with, I go with Lil Wayne,
Okay.
uh Max B, Cameron, Joel's, all the New York flow. Uh
Oh, we got visitors coming. Don't worry about it. Keep going, bro.
definitely Cameron, Joel's. Then it got as I got older, it got to really Lil Wayne. You know what I mean? When he had that huge run, it was just Lil Wayne, nobody else for a while. And then in high school, I transitioned to my favorite artist became Little B, and really Lil B is a lot of people's least favorite artist. Like I think he was like number 38 on the top 50 worst artists like in the world. But
Wow.
a
What
big
what did you appreciate about him?
just self-love, and that's crazy how it just like a circle down there.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it just that really got me through hard times and stuff like that. Me as a high schooler thinking I'm ugly and stuff like that. And I finally felt good with being different. You feel me? And
Mm-hmm.
that kind of started the me being able to express myself. And all right, I'm about to wear some skinny jeans, man. You feel me? Number one, I can't afford no True Religions. Cause I'm just now convinced my mom to buy me some Levi's. She buy me some Levi's. They upgrade to True Religions.
Oh wow.
So I say, man, fuck all that. I'm just, excuse my language. I say, forget all that. I'm gonna just grab some skinnies. You know what I mean? My mama can buy me 3 pair for the cross though. You feel me? 1 pair of True Religions. Then with that came the Vans. The skateboarding shoes, Vans.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Those was $45.
When they used to cost $9 and $10.
Right.
You used
That's
to be able to get them
crazy.
from Payless.
Yeah.
Oh, Payless. I'm timing myself.
So with that, so you saying that the artists that you listen to pretty much gave you some type of encouragement about self encouragement.
Yeah, that was like the start of me being able to
self-pride.
say I'm not really I always been very opinionated though, so I never really was a follower. You know what I mean? But I'm talking about truly not
Well,
being a follower.
with the artists that you said, ain't none of them besides Wayne like on the top 10 list.
Facts.
So they are all in their own lane and got their own following.
Yeah, that's why I like it so much. Like another one of my favorite artists is Chief Keef. Now, Chief Keef he's not the most lyrical or anything, but he's still like floating up here into relevance because of the wave he originally created, and he's not necessarily like he got such of a strong fan base that they carry him like to 2024. You get what I'm saying? Because I say from 20, I'm sorry too. I say from 2016 for real to 2022, like Chief was silent. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He still dropped stuff, but he ain't promote himself or nothing.
Well, what I found in life is, and this is a piece of wisdom that I learned a long time ago.
Yes, sir.
And I wish I could partake this to any young teenage man out there.
Yes, sir.
Or any young man out there. Confidence and self-esteem mean a whole lot more than skill or ability.
That's facts.
And I learned this the hard way.
That's facts.
It didn't matter that I couldn't dance that well, as long as I got out on the floor and felt good about the way I danced. Women were more impressed by that, and people were more impressed by that.
So you already unlocked a
It
part of that.
It didn't matter that I didn't rap as good as somebody else. It was more about the confidence that one exhibits. And just my opinion, I think women are more attracted, and people are more attracted in general to that level of confidence. Because you look at somebody like Flavor Flav, he's ugly. He really can't rap, but he made his style and he made his look and made everything else.
It's relative.
And he owned himself, like not necessarily like.
And I think people appreciate that more, no matter who you are, or where you coming from, or what your skill level is. It's all about that confidence. Don't ever let somebody tell you can't do something.
So
whether it be in art, music, or whatever.
Right. So we got to wind up. We got our next content creator here, but I got a question before we go out. You don't seem like a follower, and you don't seem like you're a hothead. Now maybe you have a switch, and you don't have to go into what it was, but since you mentioned it, what was the situation that caused you to do something that got you an L on your record?
I was just making money out here.
Gotcha.
You ever thought about expungement?
I'm getting on that.
Don't tell me you're getting on that.
No, I'm serious.
Tell me you got a plan and you know who to go talk to.
My man's R-Line, Anthony Paul, he definitely been in my head about that and put me in touch with the right people. So definitely.
We all bump our head at some point in time, but if we can clean it up, go ahead and clean it up. There's an eraser out there.
Yes, sir.
You know what, bro? I appreciate you being on here today.
So
I would love to have you back in.
We got a caller.
Got a caller.
Caller. Can you hear me?
Yo.
Can you hear me?
Y'all got Rockstar Billy on there?
Yeah, Rockstar
Billy is in the house.
Can you hear him?
Yeah, tell him this Baby Joe, man. I'm watching it live, man.
My baby. What's good?
You got a question for us? Or a comment?
Yeah. When can we hear some new music, Billy?
I knew you was gonna say that. I'm dropping soon, twin. You already know what's up. I'm just proud of y'all, bro. Y'all got me happy, you feel me? Y'all making me to where I ain't gotta drop, you feel me? I'm so proud of my twins.
Before we sign off, you got something for us? It could be something old, whatever.
Well, a freestyle?
A freestyle, whatever you want to do.
Just try to make sure it don't have too much cussing in it, man.
We got babies in the house.
The youngins just walked in.
Yeah. All right. That's all I wanted to say.
All right, y'all love.
Thank you for calling in, sir.
I appreciate it. Hey, so before you hang up, now who are you again and what you got going
on? I'm official Baby Joe. I make music too, though.
Okay, well tell us where you can find it.
He's special. What's going on? He's special for real. And he a young
official Baby Joe everywhere. It's on all platforms, Apple Music, Spotify, wherever.
You got a website?
No, sir.
You got to get that website, man. So when you get this opportunity, people know how to follow you.
Yeah, so appreciate you. So that's official Baby Joe.
Can you put a beat out for my man so he can flow to it?
Drop me a beat.
Drop him a beat. I'm putting people on the spot today. Come on, just we will rock you.
I'll drop some stuff. I'm trying to think of something I can bleep out most of the cuss words on. That's what I've been trying to think in my head though, for real, because I respect the kids and definitely.
Hey man. But yeah, I just wanted to come up on the I think the number. I just wanted to come support.
All right, Joe. I'm finna try to drop a freestyle or a clean one.
Yeah, I'm watching, man. Come on.
All right, twin.
All right.
It don't rhyme. That's what they say. It don't rhyme, but it's okay. It don't rhyme. Let me hear you what you say.
We're just gonna go we're gonna go a cappella. I'm gonna just give y'all like a quick little 8. And I'm trying to remember all the words so I can bleep out the words ahead of time. That's what I'm really trying to do, like catch the end of the verse. Okay.
Go ahead and swallow that water and remember the daughter.
You, through the pains and the struggles that you're conquering, something coming out of the mud, because you're out of the mud. I want to hear something about you coming out of the mud.
Let the genius flow, because you
I'm
know.
gonna just give you a quick 8.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
Cause all my songs is in one topic, one category. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
I said, all that love shit. Oh shit, I'm sorry. I done started, man. My fault, y'all.
All that love stuff.
All
you
that
talk-
love stuff dead.
But it's still in my
I
head.
wish I can hug my niggas, but they dead. I wish I can hug my brothers, but they all in the feds. And her favorite color red rum. Girl can't get not even bread crumbs. I got a cousin that'll cut a head off. I see blood in my tub. I ain't Rev Run. Load my clip with Flint water, let some lead off. He got fired on his day off like Craig. I did a PPP. I still wear Jordan Craig. My 17, he sliding off of pegs. That's it.
Appreciate it, bro.
Hey,
Well, we appreciate
that's
you
it.
editing.
So-
we
so-
had a baby girl walk inside the
so-
house.
Yeah,
Just in
definitely.
case.
So, Rock,
So we appreciate
Rockstar
you
Billy.
editing it.
this was the first person. You were the first person to do a freestyle live on the show. Now we had somebody over, and they was. Let me take that back. You the second person, but we had like a little cipher going, and we was just having fun.
Yeah.
But you the first to do it, just like we on Sway in the morning. So I appreciate that.
I appreciate that, man. I appreciate the opportunity.
You got to come back either next week or no, not next week, but the week following. I want to talk to you some more, and I want to talk about some political issues and talk about greater issues with you.
I love to talk.
And what
But I
what
appreciate
didn't y'all talk about that y'all was supposed to talk about today?
We want to talk about Sonia Massey, and we want to talk about Flint logistics as far as pit bulls roaming the streets and nobody to call right now because the dog pound is occupied with a sickness. But I really wanted to talk about Sonia Massey, but we'll get to Sonia Massey soon because that's a shame. And I rebuke that officer in the name of Jesus, Allah, and whoever else is listening. But I want to thank everybody. I want to thank Out of the Mud Productions for allowing us here. We're about to sign off. This is Chess Frog Omniversity, Marcus Brown in the house. And I want to give a shout out to the artist of the week,
Rockstar Billy.
Rockstar Billy, but also Patrick Campbell, designer of this shirt right here.
Oh, the artist. My fault. I'm so sorry, man.
Oh, you're an artist too.
Shout out Patrick.
But I do a thing with I got fancy shirts.
Yes,
so I'm gonna
sir.
start shouting out to people that
Like,
design the
share,
shirts.
I definitely
subscribe,
have
like,
been
share,
tapping. I've been looking at that
subscribe,
shirt too.
like,
I got to
share,
tap in with him
subscribe.
too. Patrick Campbell.
He has the flag, the American flag with the men being lynched in the red stripes, and the stars are officers shooting black men.
We're gonna tap into that.
We gonna talk about Patrick Campbell in the future.
We're gonna
Like,
tap into
share, and
that.
subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe.
Thank you guys. Sign